The Golf was first seen in 1974, and the challenge to the engineers at the time was to create a car that they themselves wanted to drive. And the hot hatch was born, arguably the best in the world. And unbelievably so, they made the second one, the Mark II, even better. Fast forward a couple of years, mind you we are now in 2021, and this is the Mark 8. We have the GTE. Welcome to Planet Auto. Wow, I can't believe how much bigger this is than the Mark II, but it's going to be. It's a newer car, they get bigger, they evolve, they've got more tech and more safety, so it stands to reason. We've got the GTE, which is about £40,000, but there is a Golf out there that'll suit your budget. Now, it has the same body kit as the GTI, which means the valance is the same and the honeycomb styling. But you can tell the difference because the pinstripe on the GTE is blue, on the GTI it's red. I'd have liked to see the brake caliper in that colour. I feel that it's a nod to the Motorsport edition. Very nice. From the side here you can see the sharp angles and the rounded styling, and the sloping bonnet is reminiscent of the Beetle. As it's got lots of safety, it's got lots of tech. You've got automatic LED lights which are auto levelling. You've also got parking sensors, and if you've forgotten to shut your windows, pesky kids, you can use the key fob and hold it down and it'll do it for you, which means your car won't get wet when you're out shopping. You've also got your blind spot detection. It's very clear here in the door mirror. Ooh, I do like this. Now from the side you can see that it is a little bit higher. It doesn't need to be as low as they used to be. It still performs really well, and it's a 5-door, but I don't really think they make any 3-door hot hatches anymore. We've got 18-inch alloy wheels with different sizes and styles available. And the back, well, what can I say? It be chunky. It's very sporty styling though, your new badge, and underneath centralised GTE. I like these rear lenses, they're sculpted and they match the front because they're IQ and they're LED. Now this badge doesn't just open the boot, it also doubles as the reversing camera. And the sportiness continues in the spoiler, and you've got a shark fin aerial. You've also got parking sensors and cross traffic alert. And here's your charging port. For a home charger it'll take you about 5 hours. For a Type 2, 3 hours 40 minutes to get you to 100%.
Hey, it looks like I messed up the weather reports, doesn't it? Sunny? No. But I'm in my summers anyway and it's bucketing down. Look at this, the Mark 8. Decent ride height, keyless entry as well. And just look at those seats. Looks like I'd left it turned on as well. Oops. I do like these seats, I really do. And they hark back to the origins of the Mark 1. Tartan. Awesome. Nice comfortable seats, leather wrapped steering wheel, and look at this. Digital cluster. And I've even made it tangerine. Look. Ta-da! The quality of a Golf is just good. Haptic sensory buttons. You've also got adaptive cruise control and a whole safety suite. It also, in a word, steers. Yeah, just look at these seats. We've got the tartan, we've got the blue, and obviously that symbolises GTE. There's blue accents throughout the vehicle, including mood lighting. Got some decent cup holders here, and just look at this for a shifter. Bit different to the previous ones. DSGs were always up here. And the way that this differs from the earlier gen is you've actually got an infotainment screen here as opposed to integrated here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, also satellite navigation, and you can set the car's settings. Mode buttons here, assist, which is something to do with helping you drive safer. Soft touches throughout, and the honeycomb that Annabelle highlighted, look, it's reflected here. I do love nice touches like that. It's just comfortable in here, and there's also a lot of adjustment, and I mean a lot, in the steering wheel. The thing that stands out to me most, I suppose, is, compared to the Mark II especially, everything's angled towards me. There's also things like auto-dimming mirror and haptic map lights. Yeah, that's going nowhere. As this is a hybrid, the way you use that is you press mode. E-mode, hybrid, and this is where your driving modes are as well. Nice, easy to read cluster. And you've got things like electronic handbrake, yes, start engine stop button, and perfect place for your phone. But this is wireless charging too. Overall, it's just nice, it's comfortable, it's well built, it's full of tech, and it's fun. And the glove cupboard's not bad either. Like the front, it's nice and easy to get in the back. Decent wide opening door, and I don't have to crane my head either. Oh, I do love these blue accents, and look at this. Perfect place to put things like phones. Okay, my phone's somewhere.
Your phone's just gone flying.
Oops. In the middle, I can even adjust the temperature of the climate control. How cool. Decent headroom, decent legroom, and I can get my feet under the seats as well. And it's finished the same way as the front, so you do see that heritage from the Mark 1. Love it. Well finished door card, yes, hard plastics and hard at the top, but well constructed electric window and decent door pocket. And I've also got haptic reading lights as well. And a pull down armrest with 2 cup holders. Also, there's a grab handle above each door and airbags. That was a satisfying clunk of a VWG car. The back. I have to apologise now because we've typically moved in. Eek. Open it using this. Also, you can get a power tailgate. It's a decent size. Now, it is a bit smaller than the petrol variant because the batteries are stored under the carpet. There's also extra storage there as well. Storage on the right, storage on the left, a shopping baggy hooky type thing here, light on the right, and 12-volt socket as well. We've also got an inflation kit, and these are 60/40 folding seats. Dropping the seats is nice and easy. Pull this. Doesn't lay entirely flat, and you do have a minor gap here. So you'll get a couple of mountain bikes in there easily. And you've got a ski hatch as well, in case you've got a fishing rod or plank of wood. Welcome behind the wheel of the new Mark 8 Golf GTE. And this is hybrid, and it's rather fun. Under the bonnet we've got a 1.4 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. We've also got an electric motor which is 110 PS and a 6-speed DSG box. It's interesting not to see struts. And the thing about this car is it boasts figures of the GTI. Yes. Meaning 0 to 60 in it. What is it? It's just over 6.5, isn't it? With 400 Newton meters.
And we've been wanting one of these on review for a very long time, haven't we?
Well, that's it. We've been wanting to get behind the wheel of anything Volkswagen to compare to our Mark 2.
And that's what I wanted to know when we got this. Is it going to be as engaging as our Mark 2?
Well, no, but it can't be, can it? Because it's like 10 times bigger. Yeah, that's an exaggeration, but it's
bigger, heavier. It's heavier, it's got loads of tech, it's got loads of safety.
Yeah, well, that's it. But the thing is, it's still got that dynamics manager that's...
No, you see, the dynamics manager, I always picture a little person in that infotainment screen going beep, beep, beep. Well,
that's it. Well, you can tailor this bit to sport, this bit to comfort, and so on and so forth. So you can really tailor your driving experience. And we're in hybrid mode. So what it's doing at the moment is choosing whether it wants to use a bit of electric or if it wants to use the petrol engine. And I'm currently getting 87 to the gallon, which...
Wow, for you in a Golf?
Well, yeah, me in a Golf, exactly.
Wow.
But when it arrived, it had 180 mpg, and then I had a tussle with a Mercedes and it dropped to 80. And that was at about 3/4 of a mile. The moral of the story, stay in hybrid and drive economically and you will go for miles and miles and miles.
Well, you'll get your 3-figure MPG
easily that
it boasts. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because we were saying with the new tech and the new safety, but I still found it a very peppy drive.
Oh, it's
I know
great.
That's to do with the electric motor.
It's a combination, isn't it? You've got a turbocharged 4-cylinder and you've got that electric motor, and 400 Newton meters is good.
And you've got a great driving position. I was very comfortable, and I love the fact that these do pay homage to the Mark 1 with the tartan.
Yeah, well, plus there's no blind spots to speak of, and blind spot detection in the mirrors, decent sized windscreen, and suspension wise,
well, that's coming on leaps and bounds, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it has, and you can tailor it through here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's nowhere near as low as our Mark 2, but it really does perform. I feel it holds well as it goes around corners, and you can throw it about.
Well, that's the thing about these cars. Cars have typically got higher because they can still maintain that feel and handling at a higher height, making it easier to get into.
Yeah, I have found that, especially with the fact that I do have some challenges.
Now, if we put it into comfort mode, because we're in eco now, and it's just obviously for economy.
Okay, it's on.
So press comfort, Annabelle.
There we go. Comfort engaged.
And you feel the difference. Also, depending on which mode you're in, if you, for example, if you put it in sport, your regen will kick in and you'll really notice it.
Ready?
So let's hit sport now.
Oh, yeah. That's a strong regen.
Well, that's it. As soon as you back off, you can feel it. When you're in comfort,
so then just taking it off.
It's literally, It feels like it's coasting. The other thing about this car is it's got adaptive cruise and things like that.
And it'll almost kind of tell you to coast, won't it?
Well, it does tell you that. It shows you a symbol of your foot lifting off the pedal, and it's like, please lift your foot off, otherwise you're going to be caning unnecessary fuel. Ooh, look, it's that WRC. Yes.
We do see them quite a lot on our little journeys around here.
Well, that's it. DSG. Nice power delivery. But that's a combination of an electric motor, petrol engine, and a 6-speed DSG. We do love that combo. Especially in sport mode, it really does become fun. It's also nice and light for manoeuvres, but yeah, it's nicely weighted, and even at 30 miles an hour, it does have a good weight to it. When I was throwing it down a back road, spiritedly driving, it, oh my word, the responsiveness, it just literally...
Was that the tussle with the Mercedes by any chance?
Even with no electric range, you'll still pull off in electric mode. What a smooth driving experience. And there's the petrol engine that's just kicked in. But the transition is seamless. The DSG, what can we say? I've driven so many vehicles with DSG. Strangely, not a Volkswagen until this. But it's just smooth. And it's really good, and there's no hesitance launching from lights and things like that. If you're in an economy mode, it will then endeavour to get to top gear
As quickly
to economise.
as it can, yeah.
Well, exactly. And if you're in sport, well, then it can hold for fun. And you knock it into sport by knocking this little shifter back. And if you hit it again, it'll actually go into comfort. So that's handy. It's got good brakes, discs all round.
Cute.
I did. The lights are really cool. You've got some kind of IQ technology, which is a bit matrixy and does lots of things with like the beams on and so on. You've also got high beam assist as well. Travel assist activated using this. It even displays in the hood too. Blind spot detection going there. And this may have a black roof, but whether you're in the front or the back, it's nice and roomy. Oh my. Listen to that. So here's the 30. And if I back off now, yes, it starts slowing with the 30 and you can physically feel it. And that's, like I mentioned, without adaptive. Rather intelligent. It's a nice, relaxed, comfortable drive. And you've got things like heads-up display to help you as well. You can have a lot of fun in this car. And it handles, and that's even in comfort. Put it in sport and it completely transforms it.
I like the fact you can actually reserve some of the electric.
So that was the electric motor kicking first, and then you heard the petrol engine come in.
It is nippy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it can shift.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you floor it, yes, it's going to be loud and sound a bit like a CVT. Also, dependent on how you drive, you might actually recoup some of your mileage as well. We were on 0 before, we're now on 1 mile.
Yeah, you can do a lot with this. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles with the tech and the safety, yet it still has the engaging drive that you would expect from a Golf.
Woohoo!
Very little lean.
But it's not. In sport mode, it just literally...
Yeah.
It's not quite as though it's got no shocks, but it's pretty good. And in comfort, it's the complete opposite, isn't it? It gives you a nice, comfortable experience and gobbles up bumps. Well, no problem. The other thing about sport as well, I've noticed, it's not too raw, so it's not bang, crunch. Plus you've got these nice seats to keep you pinned.
All in all, this is a great car. It's big enough that you can take the family on adventures. You've got your economy because it's a hybrid. You've got your performance. You've got the legacy that is the Golf.
And all the safety as well.
With 3-figure economy, GTI performance, sharp looks, practicality and safety, including NCAP 5. The perfect company car or family hatchback. You decide.